And then I'll also record. Yeah, but maybe in the chat box, just let me know where your money comes from. I know maybe it's just a salary, or maybe if it's an allowance, whatever it is, I just want to know. And then we'll get somewhere. As we continue, you'll appreciate why I'm asking. So I just want you to type in the screen, in the chat box, and let me know where your money comes from. Yes, clear, thank you. So she says salary and side hustles. She sells Tupperware and Avon. Fortune says a salary and small buying and selling business, rentals, rental income, which is very good. I think that's diversified. Let's hear others. Where is your money coming from? Where is your money coming from? I also have a salary, and I'm also selling my books. You will see in a moment. I love the Tupperware and Avon because I also used to do that, but for now I've just taken a break. I know we have quite a lot of people here, so I won't wait for all your comments. I'll read them at the end. So let me just go ahead, and then I share my screen. So, yes, I also see Helen has joined. Welcome, Helen. So yeah, we've looked at where your income comes from. I want you to just be conscious, to be aware, because I think oftentimes we lose track of where our monies come from. And if you put money in a savings account, you're likely earning an interest. So that is income. And oftentimes the amount is so small, we tend to not even consider it. So you just need to know, I think every person should be aware of the amount which is coming into their lives, how much it is, where it is coming from. If there are gifts, they should also be accounted for. We should know where our money comes from. So in the next 30 minutes, we're going to look at the 7 income types. I will also summarize and then conclude. So just to get us started, I want to say building multiple streams of income is no longer a luxury. It has become a necessity. I think actually in the past, if your job is an office job, it would actually be funny for people to see you selling, maybe even selling vegetables at the workplace. You know, it would be strange. How can an accountant or how can a qualified teacher be doing such things? Can I ask also that you mute yourselves, because there's some background noises, so that we can proceed without the irritation. So in the past, yeah, it was quite embarrassing to be moving around with maybe a basket of sweets and saying I'm selling. But in this day and age, it has actually become a necessity to have multiple streams of income. If anything, I think COVID has taught us that nobody's job is safe. We've seen the statistics, how millions and millions of people have lost their jobs in the past 2 years because of the COVID pandemic. And you can imagine with other things happening and probably instability, economic instability, there've been so much in terms of job losses and unemployment. I love to speak about Ecclesiastes 11 verse 2. This is a scripture which is in the Bible. When I discovered it, I was so excited. I'm like, wow, I didn't know such a scripture existed. But that is where the great lesson is, when it says you must invest in 7 ventures. Yes, in 8, you do not know what disaster may come upon the land. And this is a real reality, that we need to invest in more than one. You know, at least we start with more than one. And I love from the responses that there are actually more than one. So we need to invest in 7 ventures. And in a minute, we're going to look at how best we can diversify these 7 ventures. And the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. So you can imagine if an average millionaire has so many sources of income, why should we be comfortable with our salaries only? So yeah, these are the words of Warren Buffett. If the scripture in the Bible doesn't move you, maybe this saying from one of the world's richest men maybe will move you a bit. It says, never depend on a single income. So I'm going to look at them. And as I said, we have 7. So as I go through them, you may take note, and then we'll get examples. Why I'm talking of the 7 is because when we talk of you having multiple streams of income, I don't want you to be just buying and selling. We need to diversify. We need to do other things, because when we look at probably your salary, like now, when we look at the end income, we are saying it's from your job or self-employed services. This is where your time is needed. So you have to be present because you are paid in exchange for your time or in exchange for the work that you have done. So you cannot have so many end income, which means you cannot have maybe 5 jobs. You can't. You are limited. You are restricted to probably 1 or 2. I know in developed countries, people are working 3 jobs. They don't sleep trying to make more money. But in this session, we just want to try to encourage each other to say, you really don't need to work so many jobs. You need to diversify. So yes, having an end income is important. So your salary probably will fund other income generating activities that you will do. So this is the first one, which is your salary, your wage, where you spend. Most of us are spending about 7 hours, 8 hours at our jobs to earn an income at the end of the month. And unfortunately, this type of income is the highest taxed. So you'd find that if you earn a lot of money, it will be taxed. It's almost 50-50 with the government. So as much as it's something that we all want to do when we are growing up, when we're going to school, we're all going to school so that we can find a good job and get more money. When we start working, we then say, I want to actually get paid more. So you are fighting for a promotion, recognition so that you are paid more, or you look for another job in another company and the cycle will go on and on and on and on. But anyway, what I'm just trying to say, that this is not the only income stream that is available. So end income, I think every one of us knows this one. This is the salary or the wage. We look at the second one, which is profit income. And profit income, now I think from the responses we got from Cleo, this now speaks to margins that you make from buying and selling products. And the products can be physical or digital. Cleo says she sells Tupperware, she sells Avon. People are selling all sorts of things. I think Fortune also said that he's got a small business and he sells here and there, whatever it is. But this is another type. This one, you can be there, or you can find someone to sell on your behalf. So you can have a shop somewhere, all you're doing is buying and selling, or you can sell from your boot, from the boot of your car. You move around with something. When I came back to Zimbabwe, someone said to me, Nyaradzo, your car should not just be parked. You should put things in there. You should be selling something. Whenever you open the boot, there should be something that you're selling. So this is now profit income. You have to have some product. It can be physical, it can be digital. And we talk of digital products. Now, with the advent of e-commerce, people are selling so many digital items. I think we'll look at examples as we go on. And next we have interest income. And interest income now is money that you earn from lending money. It could be to others or to the bank or to the government. So for example, when we speak of treasury bills, we are lending money to the government, and in return, we earn interest. Or if you leave your money in the bank, as an example, savings account, that interest, that little portion that comes back, it's also interest income. We can talk of peer-to-peer lending, which I've said P2P lending. Peer-to-peer, when you lend money and you get, maybe you lend money 10% interest, that is interest income. And the good thing about this one is you really don't need to do much. You just have to have money. So you have money and your money makes more money for you. Interest income, a very smart way of making more money. And then we move on to dividend income. Now, dividend income, these are profits that are distributed to shareholders or owners of corporations. And so especially if you are a shareholder in some of these companies, when they make profits, they distribute the profits to shareholders. And again, this is also a smart way of earning money. You don't have to work for that company. It's just for you to have shares in that company. And when that company is profitable, you will get the profits. So I think the good thing is you just need to make sure you are investing in profitable ventures, and then that is dividend income. So income stream number 5, rental income. And I think when we started, Fortune also mentioned that he has rental incomes. And for you to get rental income, it means you should have a property somewhere. So by renting out a room, an apartment, or even instruments or tools, when you rent out to someone and they pay you. Some are renting out vehicles. So you take my vehicle for a day and you pay me probably a flat rate or per kilometer rate. Now it depends, but all that is rental income. And there's also what we call royalty income. And this is from the intellectual property that you create. It could be books, music, any other inventions. We know people that have invented, and not to go too far, especially like our food outlets, you can talk of KFC as an example, or franchise fees, that becomes royalty income because people are continuously using your product or listening to your music, reading your books, and for that, you are being paid every now and then. So that is another income stream. And lastly, we have what we call capital gains income. Now, capital gains income is increase in the value of your assets. We can look at a house or land as an example. So you have your house today, it's costing $50,000. You probably do a little bit of improvements. Maybe you just plant a garden outside, and now the value of that house automatically increases and goes up to 100,000. So that becomes capital gains. That's difference. Even when you own shares in companies, sometimes you buy a share for $10, and in a year or two, the share has increased its value and it's going for $20. I know in the past, when there's a company called Econet here in Zimbabwe, and they were selling their shares when they were starting, it was very lowly priced. You could buy it for maybe 20 cents, and then it went up like $50. It's almost the same thing with cryptocurrencies like your Bitcoin. When it started, because people didn't really have so much confidence in it, it was selling for very little amounts. And now most people can't even afford to buy one Bitcoin. So that is increase in the value of assets. So we have looked at the 7 income streams. And I just want to quote this saying from Ray Higdon. It says, there is no security in a job, even a high paying one. So be smart and don't rely on just one source of income. So I think for now, I'm going to stop there, and then I'm going to just welcome a few remarks, reactions. So I will apologize because I was struggling with my with my sound initially, so we started a bit late. But here now, I just want to hear from you guys when we of the income streams that we have discussed. We discussed 7, or I mentioned 7 to you already. Which one do you think would be very easy for you to tap into and start looking at already? So because of time, I'm not going to expect all of you to speak, but yeah, let's hear. So also in the comments, quite some exciting comments right there. Okay, Julius, I think he's mentioning his end of month, he receives his government salary, that's his source of income. So yeah, that's what we asked when we started. Excited too on the verse. This is wonderful. I'm glad to have been part of the meeting. Thank you for that feedback. Thank you so much. This is very rich, clear. Thank you. And she's saying, I will start peer-to-peer lending. Yeah, peer-to-peer lending, which is basically to say you're going to look at interest income. So why I was giving all these examples is so that we look at diversification. We need to diversify our sources of income. So you cannot work 7 jobs. That's what we said. You cannot afford to work so many jobs for you to get an end income. So you need to diversify. Instead of just, I think last week, for those who were reading my articles, I was looking at active income and passive income. So to say active, it means you have to be involved. So consultancies, for example, I'm called once in a while to do some consultancy work. It means I have to be there. I have to do the work, and for me to be paid, right? And then I have a job. But I can only take so many of these consultancies because I'm only human. But there's now passive income where you just earn your money while you're working, while you're on your desk, while you're doing your 8 to 5 job, you can still be earning. And this is like the interest. We are talking of profit, the profit income, if someone else is doing it for you, if you have a business that is running with systems, you know. So yeah, quite exciting. There's another response in the chat. Let me just read. Yes, thank you, Delilah. I'm happy you're here. Says, this is very useful. I'm interested in the investment income. I've got something going already, but I'm interested in company shares, but need more information and guidance. Okay, that's very good right there. So yeah, I think I had my book somewhere. I don't know if you can see it, but this book here, it's a toolkit. We call it the for the first time investors, which gives you that understanding. So I'm not a financial advisor. As I said, I'm a teacher of money, so I teach, and then you have to seek the advice of a financial advisor. But this book will help you in terms of giving introduction to investments, what you can invest in, and especially also here in Africa, we talk of what is relevant to us. So this is a must-have book. It's on sale. It's going for $15. Also, the other book is also going for $10. I'll advertise just at the end. But thank you for that. So investment income, that you cannot go wrong, because you can get your money as you are sleeping, you know. As you are sleeping, money is coming in. The same with rentals. You really don't need to do much, you know. As you are doing your work in the field, money is coming in into your bank account. So yeah, that's the beauty of it right there. I don't have so many more minutes, but I will welcome any additional questions, reactions. Julius, thank you. It says the information is so educative. The message of diversification is critical. I will start strengthening profit income. Great, yes, profit income. And we did touch a little bit on that one today. So yeah, those are exciting comments. Thank you for elaborating more on the streams of income. This is Helen, was used to buying and selling, but will after today's lesson will also consider renting out my cutlery equipment and decor material. Indeed, Helen. And you know, sometimes we are sitting with items of value that we actually don't think we'll get anything out of them. But as you are saying, instead of just having your cutlery sitting at home, you can rent it out. And I remember even when we wedded, we had to rent out like cutlery, like cups and things like that. So very good idea. Thank you so much, you guys. So my 30 minutes is up. I don't want to steal it from you, lest you don't show up again next week, next month. But I'm really grateful for your being here. I don't know if there are any other remarks before I close this one. But let me just share my screen for the last time, and then I will show you what I wanted to show you concerning those books. So in summary, we looked at the active income, and this is mainly our end income and profit income. It means we have to be there physically, we need to do some work. And then we have passive income, which we are saying this is money which comes as you sleep. Interest income, royalty income, and also to just give an example, like myself, I still get paid for these books. Once in a while, money is just coming in because people keep buying. So that's it there. And if you are a person who loves to read and write, you can actually take advantage and start earning income. I see Conrad, you're here. I think it's something that you would also love to pursue. We have dividend income, which we said you just buy shares in a company, and when it makes profits, it shares with you. So you are investing in profitable ventures. You can also invest not only on the stock market, but also in these small businesses or small startups. As they are starting, you also become like an angel investor. You invest in a startup, and as it makes profits, you're also benefiting. Rental income, we spoke, and capital gains income, we spoke about it. So lastly, these are the books. For only $25, you can get both of them. The green one is going for $10, and then the black one is going for $15. Someone once asked me and said, which one should I start with? And I said, to be frank, I think the green one is very important. These are it's the basic one. If you don't have $25 and you need to at least have one, you have to get the green one to get started. But I would recommend that you get them both if you can afford them. So yeah, thank you so much. Those are my details. You can check my Facebook page, My Money Project, or my personal Nyaradzo Chauruva on Facebook. I send my articles there every week. You can also send me a WhatsApp message if you need me to send out articles to you every week. And you can also check out my videos on YouTube, Nyaradzo My Money Project. This video, I will also put it up there once we are done. So thank you so much for joining. And I wish you all a pleasant week ahead. Thank you and bye.